Hello Geminis, and welcome to your October reading. So, I've meditated and on your energy, laid down the first layer of cards and what Spirit wants to talk to you about in the month of October. The first card I have is the Princess of Cup, like the Page of Cup. That is a loving communication that has potential. It can be a recognition, it can be a compliment, it can be just this communication that incites positive emotions that can lead to something bigger, the fish in the cup. Then I have the King of Pentacles. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, of course, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or this first steps here with the cup. It's an Ace of Cup that you grab. There it is. About your solidity, financial solidity, your capacity to manifest material, coins in the 3D world. And this movement here brings an Ace of Wands, a brand new passion, an opportunity again. That's why I see there's this movement with the cup about your solidity that brings an Ace of Wands, brand new passion, way of doing, way of acting. How it's going to show up in your month. The first card I have is Death. We're talking about a transformation. That transformation can come from the fact that you actually grabbed an Ace of Cup. You, at the page stage, feeling love, feeling peace, serenity. It can be feeling a new way of loving. Maybe allowing more love towards yourself, towards what you truly care for. It has, under our king here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Probably has to do with what you are good at, your craft, your work, how you invest and actually manufacture coins. So there's a transformation in your work here from a cup of love, in a sense that either it comes from you or you receive it, that brought that opportunity. Under our Ace of Wands, I have an Ace of Pentacles. So you see that transformation is almost allowing you to start something completely new that is much more aligned with who you are, because you've transformed. Maybe you've let go of something. Under all of this, I have the Prince of Cups. So from the page, having that first glimpse of, it can be self-love, appreciation, finding out something that fulfills us with love, that we can receive inspiration and abundance from. Transforming from our past state, and now we're walking with it. And by having that will to bring this forward, here I think it reflects the transformation. I have the Ten of Swords. That means end of a cycle of suffering where maybe you were betrayed, or you betrayed yourself, your true self, or whatever it is in the realm of the swords. This is from darkness to the dawn. And here it is because you grabbed another night, that passion, and you're going for it. And this will affect your home. This will affect your capacity to rejoice at home, to elevate something solid, wands, with your passion and with your heart. Last card I have, the High Priestess. For some of you, it's something inspired by your soul. By doing that transformation within you, she rules the moon, she rules everything that is inside of us. By doing that transformation, you're opening the gates for those two aces to come down. Bottom of the deck, I have the Six of Wands, recognition, and the Empress. In your creation, in your capacity to allow and to be fruitful. Very inspired with the High Priestess. So let's clarify this. I call upon the divine. I call upon Spirit, Holy Spirit. I call upon my guides. Help me clarify this reading for Geminis for the month of October, for their better path. Tell me what they need to hear. Okay. All right, Princess of Cup. What is that Princess of Cup for Gemini? Thought I saw a card. Princess of Cup, Spirit. What is that Princess of Cup for Gemini? Okay. Queen of Wands. Knight of Pentacle. Maybe something that was desired and took a very long time coming towards you. Ten of Cups and Five of Pentacle. Maybe in that process there was that lack mentality, or feeling left out in the cold, feeling that things happen to others but not to you, or denying yourself that cup that can lead to a Ten of Cups. It's like if you've hit here, this is hitting the cycle of your capacity of feeling abundant love, shared abundant love, because you had this, and now receiving 10 goes back to 1. Here you can grab that Ace of Cup, and it was something that was slowly coming towards you. It could have been out of your own will and desire. It could have been the Knight of Pentacle. It can be all that spiritual work we do every day, and that slowly brings something. It can be just the moves we make to try and bring something that maybe was stuck for a while because of the Five of Pentacle energy. But by finishing the cycle of your capacity to absorb love and give love, this was able to move. And that is the transformation, I think, bringing you to a brand new cycle. King of Pentacle. Talk to me about the King of Pentacle, Spirit. The Empress. Your capacity to allow abundance. King of Pentacle, Empress, this is truly your capacity to allow abundance. So if in the past, let's say you were unconsciously limiting yourself to struggle, life is hard, I work like hell and I'm always on the last cent to pay my bills, it's always constant struggle, because of the lack mentality, because of the limit you put yourself into receiving abundance of, because cups, all of them, cups, pentacle, they all need to be harmonized. And so if you were limiting yourself in with a belief that you didn't deserve much, or that life is hard, or that suffering and struggling gives you value. I know that sounds big, but when you think about it, we're in a society where sacrifice and martyrs and giving more than what we have is all valued, like saints. And oh, look at this woman, she gave all that she had, and she what an amazing person, she was left with nothing. That value of struggling. I accomplished this, but I did it all alone and nobody helped me, and it was very hard, compared to somebody that, well, I was in the flow, everything was easy, and people came out of the blue to help me. Now, unconsciously, you will value more the person that struggled and did it all alone. Wow, what an extraordinary person. But in a way, it's the other one that is much more vibrationally or consciously enlightened, where she or he can be in the flow, and that things come naturally and easy, and support is there for them. So that's what I mean. This is like a little switch inside, and I think this is part of your transformation here. Because be sure that for her, things are easy. When you're at the Empress level, things are easy. They flow, they accomplish themselves. You have the resources that appear around you. You have an obstacle, right away somebody comes around with a solution. If it's not you that just gets inspired by it. This is the Empress, allowing the abundance of the divine to come into Mother Gaia and be fruitful with no obstacles. Show me the Ace of Wands. The Emperor. Empress, Emperor. There's that brand new way of holding your willpower. Here, see your Queen of Wands? Now, Ace of Wands, that's our way to walk in life, to the decisions we make, how we put our fire out there, our action, very Emperor-like. And this is very abundance-like. Pentacles are feminine, wands are masculine. This is a beautiful balancing and like opening up a brand new way for your masculine side to be out there. If before, see, you needed that transformation because your feminine maybe was acting, or because the feminines allow, inspire, attract difficulty, and moving slowly with difficulty, by hitting that ceiling, by closing up your cycle of the 10 of Cups, receiving that new cup, that new self-love, assurance, or whatever, there you are balanced. If we're talking about a relationship, this is on a soul evolution. If we're talking about a relationship which is more in the mundane world, that would be like someone you really desired, but you felt left out in the cold with. That took such a long time coming, you didn't even see that man anymore. Probably an earth sign. And there, poof, there he appears in this month. These are two ways of looking. In fact, you can read the tarot in 4 ways. On the pentacle level, on the cup level, emotionally, mundane, emotionally, mentally, as thought patterns, and on the fire, on more of a soul action level, trial by fire. Okay, so let's look at death for you. Death. What is the transformation, Spirit? Talk to me about the transformation. the transformation. First card we have, well, it's not the first one, but here I will show this one, the transformation of the Four of Cups. So see here, you were stagnant in your cycle of maybe this, struggling here, being left out in the cold, because in a way this is what you've experienced and it became your belief. But the universe wanted to give you this extra cup, wanted you to feel that extra level of emotional fulfillment, peace, and all of that. That is being transformed. And here I have two tools. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, the old way and the new way. As the dance of Shiva, you will have to let one die in order to plant one that will become Ten of Pentacles at one point. It is asking you to be centered, to calm your emotions there. Jupiter in Capricorn. So for the flow of Jupiter to pass in the funnel of restriction of Saturn, which, you know, is that Osh emperor in a way. So you need to truly center yourself. There's that transformation, and that will attract towards you. Let's say if you had the belief inside of you that, you know, you're always like that, therefore you were mirroring always people that did leave you in the cold, that did let you do everything by yourself with no support, or that weren't there for your betterment. So then you're transforming this, transforming the mirrors in your life. Again, and this will affect, of course, how you can build things. But again, if it's a relationship, well, there it is. It is the transformation of that. Eight of Pentacles for Gemini. Eight of Pentacles for Gemini in the month of October. Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. That means that your work all of a sudden starts speeding up. Actions, people are communicating with you for projects, for things to do. These are like, you know, highway to heaven, the stairs to heaven here, where it's actions, events, decisions that are made in a fast way when it comes to what you create and what you do in the world. So if things were stagnant, if you were in this kind of time where it was struggling and things like that, then things start moving because of your transformation. Ace of Pentacles. Show me that new thing that is coming. Woo! It is coming out of the decisions and the transformations that you did. It is what is rightfully coming back to you from the transformation, the efforts you put in, the moves you made. Bang, there it is. And here, this one wanted to come out. Our Six of Wands, successfully being recognized for what you've put in, for who you are, for your value, for your capacity. Prince of Cups. Four of Cups. So here you see how you transformed. Now you're walking and acting with your heart in your hand. And this is going to affect your home, maybe your living arrangements, maybe it is someone coming at home. But 4 is a stable energy within the fire, and that's why it is a celebration also. So see, we're going from our Five of Pentacles to a Prince of Cups and a Four of Wands. That's completely different from that switch, from that transformation, from what you are allowing to die and let go, your old persona, your old belief, the old way you were acting maybe, and opening yourself to that extra cup that the universe wanted to bring you. Here we have the repeat of the Four of Wands. And with the Ten of Swords, that's probably that there was a lot of suffering when it came to your home. And let's not forget that this is an inner decision that you're going to make. Maybe some of you have already made it. It depends of where you are. So, Ten of Swords, end of a cycle also, like the Ten of Cups, end of the cycle of swords. So let's think of all the swords, the worry, the being stuck, the being cheated or sabotaged, sabotaging ourselves, removing our power, all of that, end of that cycle. Why? Because you grab that wand and you're going for it with celebration. Let's clarify this, Spirit, for Gemini. Yeah, all the swords. Nine of Swords. Worry. And now there's the Sun on it. There's the Sun because you're receiving that Ace of Pentacles. Things are clear. This is like a big yes of the universe. This is the high arcana, the major arcana on this deck here. So you were worrying, maybe not knowing how to stabilize your house, where to do, where to move, how do I get out of this, how do I change the conditions of my life. And it was by accepting that extra cup here. You see everything clearly. Everything is open. You're following your, this is Jupiter in Leo. No, this is Jupiter in Leo. But anyway, Leo. Solar plexus, the inner child shining. And by doing this, because here you see that thing that is coming is bringing all that joy here, finishing a cycle of worrying and all of that. High Priestess. And also understanding clearly where all of that came from. Because when the Sun arrives on something, like, a Nine of Swords, it shows you the shadow of it completely. And you can see it. If you are very authentic with yourself, you can see exactly the whole dynamic of that and what brought you to the Ten of Swords. High Priestess. Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? Six of Swords. Moving to calmer waters. Leaving behind sorrows and sadness. This is like shadow work. See all that mental energy that now you see clearly with shadow work, with your connection to your soul, with your intuition from your higher self. You are able to move to calmer waters. Six of Swords. Receiving this. Give me another card for the High Priestess. Yes, it was an inner decision. And here I have the repeat of the Six of Wands. The High Priestess, she rules everything under the moon. This is under the moon. Only relying on your intuition, on what you feel inside, what your soul is telling you. You had two realities there, one filled with swords and worry, and another one with the sword of truth of the reality that is being shown to you by the sun. And you are making this decision inside of you. And this decision brings you recognition and success. And it's overpassing whatever was blocking you before. So this is beautiful, Gemini. This is like, removing a stone in a machine, in the gears of a machine. This was the stone. You remove it. You allow yourself to receive that cup. And that cup, at the base, Ace of Cups, are our self-love. You can only receive what you allow to give to yourself first. Because even if you are loved by somebody else unconditionally, you won't even be able to feel it if you cannot give that to yourself. The Empress is unconditional love, in a sense. Unconditional love for herself. She knows who she is. She knows her divine part. And unconditional love for everything that is outside. When you meditate and you connect to Mother Gaia, you can feel her nurturing and her love from the center of the earth, embracing yourself completely. It's that. So, on this, beautiful Geminis, it's going to be an amazing month. There's a big unblocking of your career, of your or maybe a relationship, but unblocking and fast movement forward. I'm going to call it like that. I want to thank each one of you for your comments, shares, subscribes. And talking of subscribes, among the subscriber, it is now 1 year I've been on YouTube. So I'm gonna give away a free reading as a contest, and I'm gonna pull the name out of the subscribers, of course, so don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. I'm gonna announce the winner in the month of November. Also, I want to thank each one of you that gave donations, and this month again I will do a special ceremony on the 15th and the last day of the month to ask the universe to give you back in what you need energetically. Immense thank you for that. And on that note, I'm gonna wish you a beautiful month of October. It's true, it's Halloween at the end of the month, so this should be an interesting ceremony of giving and being so close to the veil. Okay, namaste, love and light, and see you next month. All right, bye-bye.